we are in Ketchikan, 6:52 in the morning, waiting for our Excursion self-drive Zodiac adventure. Lots of stuff. We'll hopefully be able to show you guys this later. They even have live entertainment. So our Zodiac, our self-guided Zodiac, was put off for an hour because of the weather. So we're just going to look around and show you guys around. While we wait, he said to go back in 1 hour. Log grabber. I guess that Still is a good brand. Is it Bradley? Sounds like a brand. Wind chimes. I don't think the prices didn't seem too unreasonable. This is $22.99. Alaska Adventure awaits. 50% off. $50. Half off, so $25. That's not bad. You know why? Because it's the end of the season for them. So they're probably just trying to get rid of everything. $46.99. I think it's on the wrong rack. I liked it. I'm not getting it. So this used to be a pulp mill, contaminated with fuels, paints, and heavy metals, as well as large quantities of sunken logs, which affected the health of all local marine life. This place was then declared a surplus site under the Comprehensive Environment Response Compensation and Liability Act, and was remediated with institutional controls under the oversight of Environmental Protection Agency and the Alaska Department of Environmental Conservation. There's a sticker you don't see every day. Alaska halibut hunter. Only $1. That's a nice one. $1. We must have found the clearance section. So he's a popular guy. Oh! So Sarah just had to explain to me what this was, because I had no clue. I'm just thinking, why is this bear got a mask and his name is Bernie? But Sarah explained it to me. You can always get loose Lee. So we're in the kids section. We got jewelry, toys. A crab. What is that? Just a grabber or is it a pen? How much? What did it say? $3.99. How much? $3.99. $3.99. Look at this fella. $21.99. She's cute. $17.99. That's a cute doll. They have a good variety of stuff. I don't know. Isn't that Pokemon? Disney? It's a pretty good distance. May the North be with you. And Mickey Mouse. Oh, look, Moosecraft. Oh, that would make sense. Frozen Alaska. I like this one. Aurora Borealis. Patches. 2 chains. $4.99 for that one. $4.99. Fifth Street, KETCHIKAN. That's pretty cool. $4.99. Oh, I like that. It's gonna be hard to choose one. $4.99. Shiny. $30 for that big blanket. 58 by 50. It's not bad. A puzzle after my own heart. I love puzzles. I don't know if I'd necessarily get this one. $28.99. That one's cool. The wolf. Or the Barbie doll. The bar. Night scope. $14.99. Okay. Let's look at the jackets. They look like they were a good deal. This is a good deal. $29.99. At least it seems like it. I don't think they try to rip you off here, that's for sure. Fleece line jacket. All these are fleece line jackets. Let's see how much this one is. $24.99. Reasonable prices. T-shirts and hats. Scott. Umbrellas? How much are the umbrellas? $9.99. That's a good deal. $3.99 for the ponchos. Oh, that is a dress. Hat and a shirt. Let's see. $14.99. $14.99. This prism thing is cool. It says Alaska. $11.99. Really hard to show. That moose is cool. Fine jewelry. Look at this, how cool this is. Looks like an old train. Women's restrooms. Oh, water bottle filling station. They even have graffiti on it, like it's a real train. I think that's pretty neat. I wonder if they had the employees do that. That's where you stand to wait for your excursion. They have the different excursions there. That blue one's nice. That black's nice. $24.99. Scott just noticed that this is really on a track. And since this was a old mill, I bet you at one point Here's actual railroad tracks for you. We also have Whistle Stop Cafe before or after your tour. And just in case you're wondering, there's also an ATM. That's a nice shirt. $14.99. Oh, long sleeves. 50% off. $36.99. That's nice. That's the different excursions that are available. They do have a desk right there. You can make an excursion, see what's available, and then the downtown shuttle is right through there.
And of course, this weather is why they postponed our Zodiac adventure for a little over an hour, but they decided to go ahead and do it. So, of course, we did have the option to opt out of going, but if you are the one that decides not to go, even due to inclement weather, if they continue with the tour, you do not get a refund. So we decided to go for it, enjoy whatever we could, and we ended up having a good time. It was initially supposed to be 12 people, but in the end, there were only 8 of us. 4 people decided not to do it.
But if you guys have anything you'd like to leave inside this glow house while we're gone, just go ahead and step up this ramp and hop on in there.
You're going to leave yours, Sierra?
Right up against the wall.
You're leaving yours?
As you heard him just say, they do have a little place where you can place your belongings if you choose to. I think I should have done that. We're not going to show the entire Zodiac adventure because honestly, it was mostly rainy, very windy, and very cold. But I do want to give a few tips if you are going to do this, whether it's rainy or it's not, because you never know what the weather is going to be. Number 1, please make sure that you have waterproof gloves. Now, the ones I bought online, they said they were waterproof, not water resistant. I bought them on Amazon. Guess what? They were absolutely not waterproof. I think they were water resistant because by the end, we were all wringing our gloves out. Not to mention, the water was very cold because it was cold out and raining. Next tip is I want to make sure that you guys bring your own rain gear. Now, you never know, of course, how the weather is going to be, no matter where you are in the world. But Alaska is notorious, I guess, for the rain. We went in September, and of course, you can see how it's raining. Now, we did take our pants and our rain gear, and then they also supplied rain pants and a rain jacket, as well as the life jacket. By the time we were done, our bottoms were soaked. Our rear ends were soaked. Our gloves were dripping wet. We were freezing. I mean, we had a good time anyway, but I just want to mention to you guys, just so that you are aware, they do supply rain gear, but it is a smart idea to bring your own and then wear theirs on top of yours. Another thing I want to mention is in the description of the tour, it did say that they would provide waterproof, I think it was either boots or footwear or something. When we got there, the gentleman that was doing the tour said he had never heard of it. I knew I wasn't crazy because the other gentleman that was sharing our Zodiac, because there were 3 of us and it seated 4. So he was single, so they paired him up with us. He also said that he read it in the description. if that's something that you're looking forward to, is having the waterproof shoes or boots that they provide, please bring your own, because they did not have any available for you to use. The next tip I want to give is, please make sure, if you're bringing your camera gear, extra batteries, whatever it may be, make sure that your bag that you bring is waterproof. Once again, I bought some little cinch sacks that said that they were waterproof, not water resistant, and I brought them thinking, well, if it's rainy in Alaska, I could just put our stuff in there. Wrong. I should have left it in the little hut where Sierra left her stuff, but I had extra batteries for the GoPro, because of course I bought the GoPro because it was raining, obviously. So I did bring the GoPro. I had extra batteries. I had it in the bag. By the time we got back to the ship, the batteries and the whole bag was soaked. I tried to tuck it under my legs to protect it a little bit from the weather, but that really didn't go very well. So it was wet. Luckily, it didn't ruin anything. The batteries were kind of tucked in the stuff that I had in the bag, so they weren't ruined, but they were definitely wet. And as soon as we got back to the ship, I quickly dried everything, and of course the GoPro was fine because it's waterproof. As a whole, I'm glad we did it. I'm going to show you a few shots from while we were going. Very choppy, very cold, very rainy. But as you can see, we had a good time. We're glad we didn't opt out of it. We would have seen a lot more had the day been clear for us, but you can't help what the weather is. And he did try to give us some good information about local things like the sawmill. He tried to show us some things like the totem poles we saw in the distance. He would have gotten closer, but of course the weather, the way it wasn't safe to go any further than what we did do. I also want to mention that they do allow people to trade drivers. So if you're sharing a Zodiac with somebody, Scott drove and then the other gentleman drove also. So that's nice that they allow people to trade, so one person isn't driving the whole time. Unless the other people don't want to, then the one person can drive the whole time. You don't need any kind of license. He just goes through the safety procedures and he explains how to drive it in case the person has not driven a Zodiac or a boat before. And as you can see, he did stop.
Eagles here are also mate for life. And the way that they decide their mate is that they actually mark their paddles together. They're going to turn like this, and then they'll dive above the water. And right before they hit the water, they split apart, and they do that multiple times. And if they pass each other's chest, they pretty much they decide they're going to be mates from there on. But if the male dies, the female should go on find your mate. And if the female eagle dies, the male will not go find your mate. And also, when they are get past the swimming, it's going to about a mile in the ocean. Because a lot of times they catch the fish in the plywood, they're going to swim with it. But also, the most common way for them to die is the ground, because if they catch a fish that's too hard to even swim with, they have to swim too far, they refuse to let go of the fish and let go.
As you can see throughout the Zodiac tour, he did stop to tell us points of interest and stuff like that, so that was nice. He was very informative, very nice, very helpful. And like I said, we're glad we did it. Were we cold? Yes. Were we wet? Soaked. Even through the rain gear and our rain gear, we were soaked and cold. But it's part of the experience. He did cut the tour a little bit short, only because it was very cold, like I said several times. And the rain was not letting up. And as you're going to see in a second here, what a few hours can do with the weather. By the time we got back to the ship and changed into our clothes, dried off, took showers, the weather was absolutely beautiful and not a drop of rain was falling. Something I did not record was once we got back and we went to the little place where you could put your belongings in while we were on the Zodiac, was that they had fresh cookies and hot chocolate for people. So that was a very nice touch that they did. I do want to mention that Ketchikan had the most affordable souvenirs. Now, I don't know whether or not that was because it's the end of season for them in September. They were just trying to get rid of stuff. But honestly, those were the best souvenirs as far as price of the stops that we made that we noticed. We did pick up just a few things, but that was definitely the most affordable place as far as souvenirs that we saw on the whole Alaskan cruise.
My fingers are cold. This is supposed to be waterproof. Yeah, this is supposed to be waterproof, but look, it's not waterproof. Yeah, you too. Look at that. Yeah, we're doing the same thing. Definitely. And the gloves. Yeah, she's got it. That's it. Oh, I was going to say that. I'm saying for him, so I think he'll come up and have it. I'm glad the weather cleared up, but I wish it would have cleared up for the Zodiac, but it was definitely an experience.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was. We were laughing about it.
It was fun. Yeah,
the
for sure.
salt water was slapping us in the face.
Oh man,
It was good.
it was still fun.
So okay. Just a few hours. Just like Florida.
Look, they just kicked in.
Leaving Ketchikan, heading to British Columbia for 3 hours. Really did end up being a beautiful day, huh?
Sure did.
Alright, so this morning when we went on our Zodiac tour, I believe we went on the outside of that island. Then we went along the coast there. We saw that boat. Where's the lumber mill? That's that with?
Lumber mill's right there. With the
Okay,
train.
so that's
And
the...
also, I think that's part of it, but I think he showed us that.
Yeah, and then we came along here to this white boat.
We passed here.
We went all the way
That house
here.
right there. We passed that as a green bee.
I don't think we went much further than that. But we made a big U-turn and turned
We went
around.
right before this next little island came. Right before it. And we cut across.
And went back.
And sat over there for a little bit. We talked about, what do you call them?
Totem poles.
Totem
that's right.
poles, yeah. And then we cut back across and came back the same way.
So that was our tour this morning. And it would have been a lot longer. He
Yeah,
said,
right there's the airport. You want to take us to? Going down there, yeah. We're turning.
yeah, he wanted to show us a lot more, but obviously we saw the weather. It wasn't safe for him, for us, or anybody involved.
I had to take my glasses off. They were like fogged up, raining. He said, oh, your glasses be fine. It'll keep all that rain out of your eyes. And I had to take them off. It was like being pressure cleaned in the face. But still had fun.
Yeah,
I'd do it again.
I'd do it again.
It was awesome.
You can't help the weather. And I'm sure not going to say I don't want to do it because guess what? If you're the one that canceled, it's no refund for you.